Can I just say this real quick? Please. Just to separate this. I'm separating you from this conversation.
Okay.
A lot of men, a lot of heterosexual men don't like women for real. They don't. They like women sexually, but they don't like women. They're not attracted to what a woman is outside of her sexual organs. So then when we get into why a lot of men womanize, or why it's just they're minimizing a woman based off of who she slept with or who she potentially can sleep for, it, because it's like you haven't gained the appreciation of the wholeness of a woman yet, and what that wholeness of a woman can bring to your life. A lot of times we'll talk about strength and we'll say men are stronger than women. But that's because we value physical strength. We're not talking about emotional strength, spiritual strength. Yeah. We're not talking about the type of strength that can run a household. And we're not putting that same type of weight. And what I would encourage, and this was the shift that I had to do, is I had to start liking the wholeness of a woman outside of sex. And then when you do that, now you appreciate the things a complete woman can bring to your life. When we talk about the Bible talks about finding a capable wife. Right? That capable wife, that person that if you was to stumble, can pick up the ball and start running. And there's a lot of men that have just a wife because they was only concerned about what she can do in the bed.
Yeah.
And so what I'm just encouraging men to do is just like, and it's for our own benefit, because a lot of us, especially men with some type of means, we end up finding a dependent, not a partner. Yeah, she can fuck us good. But if you was able to stumble, bro, what the fuck is gonna happen with your family? And so I just encourage men to be, I'm not gonna say more, because that's unrealistic to a lot of men, but as attracted to what she brings as a feminine energy to your life outside of just what you're doing in between.
Check this out.
Shut up, bitch!
The way these men have been coming at me in my comments, it is clear that men do not like women. And Touré had posed this comment the other day. He said, he said, outside of attraction, men, do you really like women?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, do men really like women outside of sex and just being attracted to them? My answer in short is yes, but before I dive deep into why I think the answer is yes, I'm going to be going over and sharing my thoughts with a few other people that share their opinion on this topic. But in short, yes, men do. But I'm going to be reacting to what other people had to say about this, because obviously everybody isn't going to share the same opinion as I do, or even the people that are watching me right now. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
The way these men have been coming at me in my comments, it is clear that men do not like women. And Touré had posed this comment the other day. He said, he said, outside of attraction, men, do you really like women? Outside of being attracted to them, do you like them? And based on what I've seen on these last couple of weeks on TikTok of me just talking about my dating experiences, literally talking about trash men who stand women up on dates, men who excessively call them, men who can't deal with a woman being successful, all of these things. Also, I've talked about good men as well. But in every video of me explaining something that a man has done to me, all the men blame me. I'm picking wrong. I'm not that cute. I need to settle for what I can get. I need to humble myself. Like, is this what you're telling your daughters? I'm too old. I'm single. Da 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 da. But yet, you're on the internet playing in strangers' comments, degrading another woman who looks like your mom, your sister, your daughter, your wife. All because she is talking about men who have done something wrong. And oh, I'm bashing men. No, I'm not. I'm literally sharing experiences as a woman dating. God forbid I tell the truth about my interactions. But again, going back to the question, do men really like women outside of attraction? You can't, because you're not advocating for them in public forums. There were a couple men, thank you to those men who were like, yes, sis, we understand. We applaud you. But majority of the men in my comments, oh baby, you can't like women. You can't possibly like women outside of attraction. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself to even call yourself a grown man. That you're on the internet degrading strangers who look like your mothers, your sisters, your aunties, your daughters, your wives. Think about that.
So first thing I noticed that she went out of her way to give the men praise that said, yeah, we acknowledge what you're saying, sis. Yeah, and y'all don't uplift any sisters on y'all platforms. That right there lets me know you're seeking for validation and enabling only. You don't want any correction. That's what that tells me. So in other words, you're basing the sole premise of if a man really likes a woman solely based off the fact that if he's pandering to her or not. Basically, that's what she's saying. Because she's the one that said uplift. Those were her words, not mine. Because I find it a little bit awkward and a slight bit hypocritical for you to even mention that, but at the same time want to sit over here and talk about your bad experiences with men. So on one hand, you want to be able to talk about the trash men, but then at the same time, you don't want to be able to get any pushback. Huh? Because I don't know if y'all caught that. She said she talks about good men too. Okay. Well, let's see. Do you talk about bad women the same way you talk about the bad men you've had experiences with? Something tells me you probably don't, which is probably why you got the pushback that you got in the first place. And for this to even be a question when we've had hashtag MeToos, hashtag unalive all men, hashtag decentering men, and before, y'all really want to sit over here and ask this dumbass question? When all of these hashtag movements was going on, were you thinking about the men that look like you? Were you thinking about the brothers and uncles and fathers and cousins that look like you? Think about it.
Okay, I'm going to reply to this comment because I get messages like this every day. We don't know what to believe. Do men even like women? How are we supposed to exist with them? Okay, so men like pleasure. Okay, men like pleasure. We only like women because of what women do for them. It is as simple as that. Okay, if you took pleasure out of the equation, men wouldn't like you, because men do not respect women. They do not care for a woman's opinion or view or anything. Like, you don't believe me? Speak to men. Like, listening to their conversations, sometimes you will hear men being so horrible about women. They're like, oh, I can't be bothered to listen to her. Yeah, my wife does my head in. Like, they really do not like being around women. Most men are just settling. Most men are just doing what they need to do to get by with that woman. I'm not saying that so you think, okay, we can't coexist with men, because absolutely you can coexist with men. However, you need to practice detachment. You need to practice loving detachment, and this is why we teach these things. This is why every woman needs to go on this journey. Every woman needs to find her voice. Every woman needs to realize that it is okay to be selfish. I'm so sorry that everyone told you couldn't be selfish. You know, you grew up thinking that you owe this world something, right? Oh men, your softness, your feminine energy, your nurturing energy. You don't owe anyone anything. You do not owe anyone anything. I need you to unlearn all of that stuff that they taught you. No. You don't need to be accommodating all the time. You don't need to be sweet and nice all the time. No, I need you to unlearn all of that. You need to put yourself on a pedestal. That is the only way that you will ever live a happy, fulfilling life with men. When you love yourself, when you put yourself on a pedestal, when you pour into you. Why? Because the more you pour into you, the more he pours into you. Okay? The more you put yourself on a pedestal, the more he puts you on a pedestal, and you become the woman of his dreams. You become the woman that he just can't quite figure out. Men are used to women being giving. Men are used to women being emotionally driven. Men are used to women being selfless. Okay? Men are used to women sacrificing everything that they know just to keep a man happy. Okay? They're used to this. So flip the script, shock his system, switch up, and pull back your energy and claim back your power self. Nothing good ever came from a woman putting a man first. No. Those women are clinically ill. Those women are in mental institutions because men drove them to insanity. Please wake up, put yourself first, start practicing loving detachment. If you're young and you're watching this is the perfect time for you to learn this stuff. Because the worst thing is looking back on your years, on your good years, looking back on those good years and saying, oh, you know what? I wasted so much time just wanting men to love me. But then I grew up and realized they're actually not capable of loving me in the way that I want to be loved. They will love you in their own warped, twisted way. But if you sat there desperately waiting for these men to return back everything that you gave them, they're never going to return it. They're never going to return it. They're never, ever going to return it. They're not going to give you back a penny. You're never going to get a dime. Please put yourself first. Stop being silly and being stupid and sitting there thinking, no, it's fine. The more giving I am, the more kind I am, the more I show him I'm such a good woman. I'll win. Good people win in the end. Good women win in the end. I'm really sorry to tell you, but that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. Selfish women win. Selfish women are the ones who get what they want in this life. The nice girl, no. She gets forgotten. She gets treated like a slave. She's always left depleted because that man never ever sees her value. So, do men even like women? I think you know the answer.
What that last video showed me is that the brainwashing is real and we are fucking cooked when it comes to any Western society, because based on her accent, she sounds like she's either from Europe or Australia. Those are Western societies, so they're just as bad, if not maybe worse than America. So I'm not surprised that she's thinking like this. But this gotta be some of the worst advice. If you really listen to everything that she said in that video, all the things that men actually like about women, she's telling women not to do. And all the things that repel women away from men, the things that men are saying that we don't like, she's telling women to do those things. She's telling women to be selfish. Really? Y'all are already selfish by nature. We don't need y'all to be any more selfish than y'all already are. Please stop it. Enough's enough. Really? Are you kidding me right now?
A lot of men will like women, but they don't actually like women. This was one of the first things I really had to learn as a little girl in this big scary world. A lot of men will be attracted to women. Yes, they like women. They're attracted to them. They think you fine. They beautiful. They slide up 32 times with the hard eyes. But as far as actually liking women, like liking women beyond their attraction, it doesn't exist. One of the biggest indicators for me personally when I was single that this man may be attracted to me, but not actually like me as a woman, as a person, because women are people, it would be if I hear females. Oh, brother. Somebody call the authorities. If they in any way try to get you to diminish any part of you upon initially meeting them, oh, brother, I need to skedaddle. If they've never been in one serious relationship, oh, man. Oh, say it ain't so. But once you see through it, it makes it so much easier to navigate because you peep game, you know what's happening. You like women, but you don't actually like women.
Look, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but can somebody in the comments please explain to me why the fuck does calling a woman a fucking female offend them so much or makes them feel like they're being diminished? It's just a sex, it's just gender. I never really understood that female, woman, male, man, like all dude, if you're a man, you're a male. If you're a woman, you're a female. Like, that shit, I never looked at that the way some other people look at it. So if y'all look at it that way, cool, fine. I'm not going to sit over here and argue and go back and forth about it. But for me personally, I just never looked at it that way. And I already know somebody going to try to force their opinion on me in the comments anyway and try to explain it. Because some of y'all are just that fucking hard-headed. Fine, cool. But anyway, I don't understand how that diminishes you. God, man, y'all women just make an argument out of anything. That doesn't make any sense to me, or any difference for that matter. Let's keep it moving.
Because it's easy. The answer varies from man to man, but the root reason is the same, because it's easy. Some men settle with women that they're not attracted to because they need a place to stay and she's willing to open the doors for him or go 50-50 with him. Some men will stay with a woman because even though he looks down on her, she sees him as a prize, and the way that she sees him bolsters his ego. So it benefits him emotionally and psychologically to be there. Some men will be with a woman because she's so grateful to finally have a partner that she'll essentially ignore or forgive all the ways that he's mistreating her. Some men stay with a woman simply because she keeps forgiving and taking him back every time he disrespects her. Why would you want to rock that boat? A lot of men are terrified of being alone. They don't know how to not be in a relationship or not be getting consistent sex from someone. So they will be with a woman for months, years, sometimes even decades at a time until they meet the person that they actually do want to be with. And at that point, they chuck the placeholder and move on. A lot of men are with women because that woman reminds them of their mother. She cooks, she cleans, and she's essentially a mother that he can fuck. Some of these women even look like their mothers, like physically. To get even darker, there are men out here who have absolutely no interest in women whatsoever, but they are piggybacking on the propaganda that it's harder for single mothers to date. They're piggybacking on the misogyny in our society that actually makes it so that single mothers have fewer options, and they are banking on a woman being either too busy or too grateful to notice or care that he is preying on her children. There are abuse survivors on TikTok who've actually talked about this, how there are online pamphlets which actually help predators do this. It even teaches them to target specifically single mothers who are older or overweight, because those women, in their estimation, are even more likely to look the other way when something is happening with their children, just because they're so grateful to have a man. And that's what this truly boils down to. A lot of women in these situations that I just mentioned know that they're being disrespected. They know they're being mistreated. They know they're being cheated on. And in some cases, yes, they know their children are being abused. But when you take a desperate, grateful woman and a manipulative or predatory man, this is what you get, these type of dynamics. What did I say in my first viral video? Never love someone else more than you love your peace of mind.
All I'm gonna say is, man, I can't stand when you get a new joint and then the old bitches start hating for me like, ew, I look better. You probably do, but you're not better than her. Understand, for me, off the simple fact, she got a better heart than you. She more peaceful. She's funnier. All them dates I wanted to take you on, and because you dressed bad, I didn't want to go on. we're going. So understand, it's not all about looks, man. Y'all be comparing looks, and feel me, motherfuckers be better than people just in general. Cause me, brothers, I'd rather deal with a little medium, ugly joint. Good days, she look like MC Light. Bad days, she look like Whippy. But I could deal with it. I'd rather deal with that than dealing with a bad bitch playing me, bitch doing dicks, doing funny shit. It's quiet. Yvette, you can pack it up. That's why I said, man, it's not all about looks. Cause a lot of y'all personality be all in them fat old asses. A lot of y'all go from 6s to 10s because that ass is fat. I'm gonna be real.
And this is this argument being debunked in one video. If men disliked women so much, if men really didn't like women, why would men be willing to settle for a woman that's less attractive just because she has a better personality, or because she has a certain aura about her, or maybe because she carries herself, or I don't know, maybe because she actually likes men and actually doesn't mind doing things for her man and reciprocating energy? Oh my God, man, that's just a startling discovery, isn't it? God, y'all fucking slow, man. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.